Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? You gorgeous goddess. Look at you today. Yes. Abiola here, and welcome to Spiritpreneur Summer School. Yes, I am celebrating my birthday with Spiritpreneur Summer School, which means free mini sessions daily. On the Facebook, as my mother says, facebook.com/Abiola TV. Greetings, Goddess Vicky. Goddess Vicky is in the house, so let the party begin. We are going to be talking about money, your coins, your moolah, your compensation for the magic that you make in the world. I am celebrating my birthday and all of this beautiful energy by opening the doors of the incredible Spiritpreneur Guru Academy. So if you are just getting started, don't go past go. Head on over to Spiritpreneur. No. Let me give you the free link. Head over to richgoddess.club, richgoddess.club. Take my spiritual selling masterclass. And congrats to everyone who is signing up for Spiritpreneur Guru Academy. Join us in the free VIP group. I don't know why people are so afraid. Come to the free VIP group. Well, it's not free because it's part of the Spiritpreneur Guru Academy, but come to the VIP group. That's where the magic happens. Yes. Okay. All right. So let's talk money. Hello, Goddess Vicky. Goddess Giovanna is in the house. Goddess Giovanna was just talking money with me a little while ago because we were in a Spiritpreneur Guru Academy lesson where right now the goddesses are learning about how to throw your very own retreat. And so I wanted to do a lesson around being able to confidently state your rates, because quite often, and let me know in the comments if this is a challenge that you've had, the Spiritpreneur goddesses tell me that even when we formulate, what your rates should be, what you should be charging for something, that it's still, when it comes to the person saying, so what are your rates? How much do you charge? People are like, people are feeling very uncomfortable with stating their rates. Let me know if you have ever had this issue. And I know when I was starting out, I so definitely had this issue in a big way and would go to all kinds of great lengths to avoid having the conversation for that reason. Goddess Vicky said, I always feel uncomfortable. All right, so right now, let's get comfortable, Goddess. Let's get comfortable, because you have been given a mission, even if you don't know what the mission is yet and you're trying to figure it out. But you also have been given the gift of life on this planet at this time, and you are also an abundant daughter of the universe. And so if you have a for-profit business, a for-profit entity, if I'm your soulmate client and you are going to offer your goods and services to me, then there is nothing wrong. There's nothing bad. There's nothing shameful about you stating the value in what it is that you offer. It is not the value of who you are as a person. It is not a statement about your lack or anything like that. All right? It is simply you stating the value of whatever product, program, or service you are putting into the world. Goddess Aurora Day, you are here in the house. Hello, Goddess. Hello. So Goddess Giovanna says, I feel better with my healing and reading rates. And so sometimes that's part of it, that we may feel comfortable stating rates for one thing, but in another area, we may feel kind of rocky. Thank you for the hearts, and not feel comfortable to put our rates out there. Okay. So first thing, let's talk about how you present your rates to people for whatever it is that you are charging. If you are in a service-based business, if you are, this is for coaches, healers, practitioners, my fitness gurus, my chefs, right? If you are in a service-based business, your value is not, it may help you in the beginning to think of it as a per hour kind of thing. That may be helpful for you in terms of valuing how much am I going to charge for this thing. But you should never, ever present it to a client in terms of, I charge X amount per hour, or it's this per hour, because you don't want them to start thinking of you as like, trying to compartmentalize, like, okay, well, maybe I can afford, an hour and a half, 3 hours, like trying to nickel and dime yourself or nickel and dime your value. You don't sell the hours, you sell the value. You don't sell the time, because we're moving you, the whole point of, Spiritpreneur Guru Academy and you being abundantly compensated for your work is that we want to move away from trading hours for dollars. Sell the transformation. So with Goddess Giovanna's example of her healing and her reading rates, sell the transformation. What is the transformation? Even though you might know in your head, okay, this takes 45 minutes or 20 minutes or whatever. And if they ask, or this is 90 minutes or whatever have you, but what is the value? Like, okay, well, if you come, like Goddess Giovanna's example, if you come to a basic healing session where we are going to work on healing your love issues, because she's the spiritual love coach. We're going to work on you being able to forgive and let go of that challenge and that issue. Then a session with me where we're able to go X amount deep, and you'll give the session a specific name, costs this amount. And I also have a platinum option for people who are really ready to go deep, and that costs that amount. So if, for example, you have a basic session, I'm just making this up. I'm not, if you want to know more about Goddess Giovanna, look at her spirituallovecoach.com site. But she could say, if you are wanting, that basic healing session, that is $150. And, you can either come into my office, because she does have a local business that you can come into for my North Carolina peeps, or peeps who want to visit her, right? Or I have, for those who are really wanting to go intensive and really sign up for my VIP package so that we can really be able to make shift happen, that is a $1,500 package. So right now, if she made me that offer and I was wanting to heal my love wounds, right, and call in my twin flame and all of that, and when she said 150, if I was thinking in my head, oh wow, okay, that may be a lot, and then she said, and then my other plan is 1,500. Now it's interesting, right? The scales have shifted. Now it's like, okay, well, suddenly $150 doesn't seem as much. And so what that does, if you present your rates in that way, it's giving a perspective shift, So for example, I usually have a basic and a VIP rate when it comes to my my international retreats. So if someone said, okay, I'm going to go on the basic plan for Goddess Pray Love retreat to wherever the next one will be, planning it now, don't have a location yet, but suppose it's in Paris, Goddess Pray Love Paris, right? Let's just put it out there and see if it feels good. And it costs $2,500. And if I'm looking at that, if a soulmate client is thinking, $2,500, but again, I'm not selling the hours, the time, the whatever, I'm selling the transformation, the experience, what she's going to get out of it. And then suppose the VIP option is $3,500, suddenly $2,500 doesn't seem as daunting. So you want to be very clear about your pricing. If you're in a situation where you need to state your price, okay, this is really important for all of my spiritpreneur goddesses in the room. Men tend to negotiate themselves up, while women, we negotiate ourselves down. How do we negotiate ourselves down? We say, okay, so my rate for that, if you would like coaching with me, it begins at $5,000, right? Then we have a conversation, and then the person says, spiritual love coaching, that sounds interesting. And then before the person can make a decision, we start to negotiate ourselves down. But, today I'm having a wearing green sale, and it's $4,000. and I'll throw in my mama. She can get on the phone and she can work with you as well. Then I can come over to your house. I can rub your feet. Like, we start throwing in all kinds of things, right? Right, we start throwing in all kinds of stuff, and I can bring you, my book, and I'll put my cat Annabelle in a video. I'll send you Annabelle. How about that, right? We start throwing in all kinds of stuff, and there is such power in becoming comfortable. Thank you for the hearts, with the silence when it comes to talking about and dealing with your money. Not only does it cause a moment where you can just get quiet and, let it just land. Let it just land. Let the person think about it. Okay, she said $5,000. All right. They may be thinking, okay, do I have to get it from that account, or is it this credit card? They may be thinking about it when you go into fear and start to negotiate yourself down. So just let it land and then just be quiet. There is such power in your stillness. There's such power in stillness that, business people on Wall Street actually use as a negotiating tactic. They say, okay, well, the one who speaks first, the one who speaks first has lost power, or, something to that effect. For you, it's just you just settling, letting it land, and letting it be. These are your words. This is what it is. Either they want it or they don't. Now, if they come back and they may say, okay, well, how do I pay that, right? But then they may come back and say, okay, well, that is more than I was wanting to pay. Now, if you are in the Spiritpreneur Guru Academy, like my beauties, beauties who I see in the room, then you perhaps have something that is like you have a passive income product that you could sell them that is not going to take any time from you. What you don't want to do is devalue your time or start to negotiate yourself down. If I have only X amount of dollars, I can't walk into, whatever store and say, give me this piece of the car, right? If I only have this amount of money, okay, then you don't want this car, you want that car. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, okay, well, then you don't want my one-on-one services because this is the value of my one-on-one time. You want this program, which is a DIY. You give them an alternative, okay? But you don't negotiate. Again, you do not negotiate yourself down. You don't nickel and dime yourself. You don't devalue your offering. And you do this from a point of love. From a place of love. There's power in love, not from a place of trying to do them in or do you in or take or be taken or anything like that. That is not the energy that you want to come from. If you come from the energy of abundance, of the fact that, okay, I am confident in knowing, you want to come from a knowingness of, I'm confident in knowing that what I create, what I have to offer, my healing, my coaching, my chefing, my speaking, my books, my whatever you do, I know it to be of value. I know it to be of worth. Come from that place. And when you state your price, your rate, your fee, even if you are on the phone, if you're smiling when you state it, they can feel that. They can feel that energy come through the phone. They can feel that. There's a difference. If I'm on the phone with you and you state your rate and you're like, well, it's kind of sort of, $150, and you sound kind of iffy, or you sound scared, or you sound apologetic, I may not even know what's wrong, but I'll pick up that something's off, and I won't want to be a part of it because, energy that is desperation energy is repellent. It repels, men, it repels, other human beings, it repels people who want to buy your stuff. So don't come in with that energy of desperation. Come in with an energy of surety. Okay. And you can do that by one of the really, really beautiful things about how we're engineered as people, like this magical, like experience of us being spiritual beings having a human experience. This is so crazy that if you smile, I know it sounds so basic to even just say it. If you smile, you release endorphins that lift your mood and transmit that vibration, that energy. The person on the other end will feel it. Yeah, that costs, yeah, okay. So you're looking at my basic package, and that is $150. Let it land. If you are wanting to create a situation where you have them feel that, you know, that there is a benefit that you can give to them, you don't want to lie. You can say, you know, that package is usually, you know, that package is valued at $400, but it is today $150. But you only do that if you have gone into the conversation already knowing you were going to do that. Do you see the difference between doing that and coming in thinking you're going to say one thing and then starting to negotiate yourself down and losing your power, losing your value while you're in the conversation, knowing ahead of time that you're going to state, okay, this is what it's, you know, this is what it's worth, or this is what it is traditionally, and I'm going to offer you X rate today. The power in doing that is that people are terrified to make decisions. Terrified. So I know every time I say, like right now that I say I've opened the doors, you know, temporarily for the Spiritpreneur Guru Academy. I know every time I say that I get emails from people who are like, oh my God, the same people. I want to do it, right? The same people. I want to do it. And they're terrified. They're scared to make a decision. So you can help me if I am your soulmate client to make the decision that's right for me by giving me an incentive. So you could say the universe, either, you know, something like the universe responds to speed, or, you know, because this is a program for action takers, if you decide today, if you decide within this call, you know, I will give you the special rate of X, right? It's usually $600, but if you decide within this call, I would love to sign you up for $400, whatever it is. But again, you're coming in knowing that you're going to do that. And now you've given us an incentive to help us to be able to make the decision. Does that make sense? Hit the share button. Hit the share button so that you have some positivity on your timeline. You want to avoid being wishy-washy. You want to avoid that energy of, well, I don't know. Because remember, at the time when someone comes to you as a coach, a healer, a nutritionist, a, you know, guru of any kind that is going to help us to create a transformation, at the time we come to you, we're nervous. We're afraid, we're excited. We want you to have the answer. We want you to be right. And so if you seem wishy-washy, and I'm already wishy-washy with my issues, I don't want my wishy-washy washing with your wishy-washiness. Right? So it may be helpful for you to practice. Nothing wrong with that. Set your camera and whatnot up, set your stuff up and record yourself and look at yourself stating your price. Get comfortable with it, or do it in front of a mirror. There's absolutely nothing wrong with you getting comfortable with being able to state your rate. And for Goddess Giovanna, spiritual love coach, Goddess Giovanna, who said she's more comfortable with stating her healing rates versus her coaching rates, don't get caught in semantics. We get caught so often in semantics. We get caught up in, you know, look, if I'm coming to you, spiritual love coach, guru, high exalted mystic ruler, I want a solution. That's what I want. I don't care if you call yourself a coach, a healer, a baker. I don't care. You say you're a shaman, you're a priestess. I do not care what the label is that you're giving yourself. Okay, I want a solution. So instead of getting bogged down in the minutia of, okay, my healing, I'm really confident in, my coaching, I'm not so confident in, think in terms of solutions, because that'll help your clients, because then you'll be able to speak in terms of solutions. How does that feel? Breathe into that. You will be able to speak in terms of, okay, I help you to solve such and such problem, rather than this part of me as a coach and this part of me as a healer, and here I can do readings and here is this and that and the other. How can you fix my stuff? That is the only question anybody ever has. My sister, she's going to get mad that I'm telling this story, but she's not on the line, so I'm going to tell it anyway. She got in trouble in, I think it was junior high school, either junior high school or high school. The teacher was like pushing some kind of event, some kind of like after school thing for them to go to. The teacher was like, y'all should all go to this event, blah, 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 blah. And Damali got in trouble because she asked the teacher, what's in it for you? Right? So that is the question that we have when we're coming to your sales page, when we're getting on your sales call, when we're doing whatever it is that we're doing, when we're reading on your website, we're thinking, what is in it for me? Can she solve my issue? And if you are solving a top of the mind issue that has been keeping me up at night, then the value for me is not whether you're going to solve that problem in 20 minutes or 40 minutes or 90 minutes or 3 hours or 3 weeks or 3 years. I want the problem solved. If you are able to make a compelling case to me how you can create that solution, the rest does not matter. The rest does not matter. Breathe into that. Let that wash over you. Yes, the rest does not matter. Okay? So no being wishy-washy when you state your rates. Practice ahead of time if you need to. There's nothing corny or weird or wrong about that. These are your tools. This is what you need to present yourself to the world. Your gifts are in the things that you offer your soulmate clients. If, talking about the money part is making you nervous, then we got to just fix that. We need to fix that because you are a for-profit entity and you are giving. Here's how I want you to rethink it. Instead of, we think of selling as something that we do to someone, right? Like, okay, I've got to sell them on it. The language that people use, I got to convince them, I got to convert them. Oh, that sounds like, like, wow, like you're trying to, like, you're doing a lot, right? And I talk about this in the Spiritual Selling Secret Success class on the link richgoddess.club, richgoddess.club. Go take the class now, Spiritual Selling Secrets, right? So it's no wonder that would feel foreign. Instead, if you think of it like you are giving a gift, Goddess Giovanna as the spiritual love guru, oh my goodness, the gift that you have to offer us is priceless. My beautiful goddess sisters, can you affirm for her in the comments the value of finding love? Like, you know how many things have to align for me to clear up my stuff, for somebody, to see me across a crowded room or whatever, me to see him across a crowded room, for us to like each other at the same time, for us to be able to come together on the same plane and attract each other. That is so valuable. What? That is incredibly valuable. And you cannot measure that in terms of, is it worth, $1 or $20 or 50 cents or whatever it is. And so this is what I mean when I say pricing is very spiritual. When you put together a price that feels in alignment for you and feels in alignment for your clients, say it boldly, say it proudly, say it with the expectation of like, okay, how are we going to make this happen? And you can even say, let's get this part done so that we can get started on your healing. Because that's where you really want to be. Let's get this taken care of so we can get started on that. Because you didn't get into business to, start chasing people behind their fees and all kind of stuff like that. So price yourself in a way, price your work in a way where you don't feel like, every call, like, you've got to, again, like I said, monitor the times and the moments and the whatever it is. My one-on-one coaching starts at 5 figures, right? My one-on-one coaching starts at 5 figures. So it then becomes, if we are that, then I don't have the hang up of feeling like if I'm talking to an executive client to help her to get to where she needs to be, of, okay, is that 40 minutes, is that 30 minutes, is that whatever, she's paid $25,000, then we just want to just get to a solution. We want to pull in everything to help to get to a solution. And if somebody is not where they're able to make that investment, then being able to invest in themselves through the Spiritpreneur Guru Academy then is a bargain. You see? So it's not, don't trade hours for dollars. You're offering a gift, you're offering a solution, and you are giving us the opportunity to rise and to have a solution to our issues. That by itself is priceless. And there's not a dollar amount that you can put on you. Like when people say price your worth, I'm moving away from that statement, although I love and appreciate the sentiment, because you are worthy beyond. And there's no number that could put a value on what you personally are worth. But there are gifts that you have, and there are, you need to be comfortable in this world in order to be able to give those gifts freely. And so price in a way that makes you feel excited, that you don't have to now be worrying while you're in a coaching session if Con Ed's going to turn out the lights. You know what I'm saying? All right, my love. So all week long at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, join me for Spiritpreneur Summer School here on Facebook.com/Abiola TV. If you have specific things you want me to cover, let me know either here or in our Facebook group at imanifestmagic.com what topics you want me to cover in Spiritpreneur Summer School. And make sure that you take the free Spiritual Selling Masterclass. Spiritual Selling Masterclass at richgoddess.club. Richgoddess.club. And to all the goddesses who are signing up for Spiritpreneur Guru Academy, welcome, welcome, welcome. Now I want you to join us. Look at me. Join us in the VIP Facebook group. All right. As Goddess Giovanna says, yes, I am sharing my gifts with others to help them to love and to be loved. Yes. Thank you for the hearts, goddesses. Go take your free Spiritual Selling Masterclass, and I will see you in the Spiritpreneur Guru Academy. Be seen, be heard, be your movement. You got this. Namaste. Yes. These are my words, and I have spoken, goddess.